Starting to harvest early now, and let's look back the last couple of days. We wanted pizza the other day, so I went down to get an onion and pepper and basil and cut a little bit of garlic there, some old garbage garlic that I dug up, and found a couple of zucchinis as always in a pepper patty squash there. And my wife's making a fresh dough and tomato sauce for the pizza. So it's great to be able to run down and grab some fresh veggies this time of the year. And then next day, went down and picked beans. Now this is the third picking out of that little box of beans, and we put them right in the freezer. Canning lid jars are too expensive this year, and this Vivor vacuum sealer does a wonderful job. So, and everything's going in the freezer this year. And down to the garden to start picking shallots and a couple bins of stuff. I'll show you. Having some cataract surgery done on my eyes in 2 weeks, and they're going to do both eyes. And I had the pre-surgical meeting this week, and they told me I won't be able to bend over or pick up over 30 pounds for 3 weeks after each eye. Oh, there's the boss keeping an eye on me. So I decided I better really get this garden cleaned out the best I can before we get going on that. So, I'm going to try to spend the next 2 weeks cleaning everything up and getting ready for some relaxation time. So here's the shallots, and as always, shallots do good. They're just about full grown. They look pretty good here. And again, I got, beautiful. I got one half bushel and another container full there. Then let's move on to the next bin here with the garlic. Now, nothing spectacular this year. We had a nasty winter last year, really mild. Then it got cold in the spring and kind of messed up the growth of the garlic. But I still do have some, some nice sizable cloves there. And some that are a little bit small. But, it's about an average year for garlic, I'd say. And it does look good. So, this is the soft neck, and I'll be doing the hard neck in a couple days. I'll be pulling that out. Then I'm going to move on to the potato bin. These are just some white potatoes that I had left over in the root cellar this spring that were sprouting, and I threw them in the bin here. I have no idea what type of potatoes or anything else. All I know is I'm pulling them out now, and there's nothing really big here. I guess you got to I never really fertilize them or anything, so I guess that's what happens. I just put fresh compost in, but I did wind up getting, a nice batch of nice small fresh potatoes to enjoy. Worst part is trying to find them all and dig them out without poking them with the shovel. So I wind up just kind of digging through. And you can see I got, that's a half bushel basket, so I got less than a half bushel. I got maybe about a third of a bushel of them total. But that's about what I expected. They weren't good sets or anything to start out with. They just some old potatoes. But they'll be good. We'll really enjoy them. We'll cook up the little ones like the salt potatoes. So there they are. Potatoes are out. And then let's move on to the next bin. Now this bin, I bought 7 small potato sets for red potatoes to try this year. And it was like 79 cents for the 7 little potatoes that I stuck in there. And they look like they did pretty good. Probably could use another couple weeks to, mature and get a little bigger and stuff. But they're coming out now, and real bright red and pretty. They were an early red potato anyway, so just figured I'd get this all cleaned out here. And I did poke a lot of them with the shovel here because I had buried them deep, and then I put more dirt on top of them, so there's probably still some left hidden there even after I picked them. And it's just time to get them cleaned out anyway, so they did do pretty good in the end. Not a fantastic harvest, but I got about a half bushel out of this little bed. Probably would have had more if I had given them a couple more weeks, because there were a lot of, nice long tubers starting to grow little ones. But the ones I did get are beautiful, and I figure got my money back on my original investment, 10 times. So that was good. Let's just take a look at these Scarlet Runner beans, and you can see they're really starting to get big now. We're going to save them for dried beans, and the plants are pretty much loaded, but they're doing good. And quick spin around, and you can see everything is, doing wonderful. Onions are getting humongous, and got a couple of eggplants today, and pretty soon we'll have tomatoes. And you can see those elderberries are getting another batch of berries on top of the ones that originally formed. So here's today's picking I got this morning. A couple eggplants, some of those patty squash, and a couple cucumbers, the garlic, shallots, and red and white potatoes. So that was pretty good. I got 4 bins cleaned out, so I'm happy about that. So let's go up and spread these things out in the sunshine to let them dry out a little bit. And as always, I spread these out in the sun and let them dry out and cure a little bit. The garlic will be hanging inside pretty soon. And once the shallots are dry, I'll cut the stems off, put them in the root cellar too. So we did do, that was a pretty good haul. That'll last us for a couple months, so that's a good thing. Took the cucumbers and some of the dill and started a little crock of pickles there. They should be good. They're supposed to be gherkins, but they're a little bit big. And then I'm going to start getting the zucchini ready to freeze. We've frozen in the past, and it hasn't been good because we left the seeds and stuff in it, and we didn't blanch it. So this year I'm doing the zoodles and making sure there's no seeds in them, and also we're blanching it for 1 minute just to see if that makes a difference. So I'm just using this little mandolin, and as you can see, I'm doing it barehanded. I'm a trained professional. Don't try this without a glove on. You should get one of those cut-proof gloves, but I've never used one, and I've always done it by hand. So this thing does make the best zucchini noodles. They come out perfect, no seeds, and just the perfect size to remain crisp when you cook them. So I definitely recommend a mandolin. Those things that spin them and take them off, they come out crummy. But so I'm going to do a whole batch of them up. My wife's got the pots over there on the stove boiling away, and some ice water to blanch them in. So there's the first batch out of the boiling water, 1 minute, and that's blanched. And then it's time to throw it in these chamber vacuum pouches. Now I found that we're freezing everything in 10-ounce bags. Seems to be the right size for my wife and I for 1 serving. So these will be good, and with these bags we should be able to just heat it up in water too to reheat it, so it should retain its texture and stuff, I think. I'm just going to stuff up some bags with 10 ounces in them. And bags are cheap compared to those jar lids. I bought thousands of bags, so they basically don't cost anything. But those canning jar lids this year are ridiculous. So off we are to this beaver chamber sealer. I tell you, this thing has been wonderful. It's just been running constantly around here, freezing beans and freezing this and breaking up Costco packages, and not one problem with one seal yet. It's kind of amazing for the price range that it's in. If you're looking for a cheap chamber sealer, I definitely recommend you watch that video I made about this, because it works perfect every time. And the bags for the chamber sealers are really low cost. And I didn't run it with a really super high vacuum, but I ran it just enough to get all the air out. And you can see they seal up perfect and look good. Can't wait to try this and see how it works. So in the end, I wound up getting 8 bags out of those couple of zucchinis that I made zoodles out of. And you can see these bags have a little tear thing, so you can kind of heat it up in water and then just tear it open. So that should work out good. I just wanted to do a quick update of what's going on in the garden, and let you know that there'll be some quiet time probably coming up next month in September, while I'm if I can't see the make videos and stuff like that. But in the end, we're trying to get everything in the freezer that we can right now, or in the root cellar, and get ready for winter a little bit early. Even if everything's not fully mature, it should still be okay. And pretty much you can see we just wound up with enough, actually enough for us. The two of us, this will last quite a while, and we're going to really enjoy it. Oh, I just love red boiled potatoes. They are so good. Red potato salad too. I still have blue potatoes to harvest next week, so every day pretty much we're getting a nice load to put away and get ready for a nice long winter and help us fight inflation, actually, because trying to buy any of this stuff now is kind of ridiculous. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.